to indicate you would like to ask a question, and when you're called on, to state your name and affiliation. Coach, a brief statement, and then we'll get to questions.
Well, guys, I apologize for blowing my nose in public, but I'm a little emotional at times, and the last game of the year is always extremely emotional. I've been very lucky. I've been in the locker room 4 times, one as assistant, and 3 as a head coach, where the last game of the year was really emotional in a good way. But this, before I say anything else, I just thought that Coach Guard, I call him Greg, I think he and his staff did a great job of getting their kids so much ready to play. Every loose ball it seemed like they got. Every time we gave them an open look, and some of them even not open, they made shots. 13 for 27 from three-point line, and Davison and Trice getting 29 and 21. Those kids played really well, and the big guys fought our big guys and blocked shots and made it difficult for us to score inside, particularly in the first half. But just to congratulate Greg and his staff on the job they did, and congratulate their kids. They didn't finish the season as well as they would have liked. I think it was 3 of their last 4 were losses or something like that. But those seniors, when you get into tournament play, sometimes they really, really want something, and they work exceptionally hard for that. And they performed tonight, and so congratulations to them. My club, I didn't do a very good job. It's been a difficult year, but everybody's had the problems with COVID that we've had. It's been a hard year to push and pull every other day to try to get something done. But how can you be any luckier than Roy Williams is coaching basketball? I didn't think we shot it very well. We took some bad shots in the first half. I forget now, I think we had, 6 turnovers in the first half? And then we all, 6 turnovers in the first half, and we had 8 bad shots. So that's 14 of the same thing. Bad shots and turnovers lead to runouts. And I thought our turnovers and bad shots were the key factor in the game, other than the fact that their shots went in. I don't know what they shot for the game. Well, 50.1, but 48 from a three-point line. So I thought our bad shots and turnovers hurt us in the first half. They out-rebounded us in the first half. I think at the end of the game, they still out-rebounded us 37-34, and not many people have done that. So their coaching staff got them to be more in tune and more focused, with better desire and more alert to go for the offensive rebounds. And got to congratulate them. They played very, very well. I think Greg gets to evaluate his own team, but I thought they played very well. And Roy Williams didn't coach very well.
Thank you, Coach. First question goes to Brennan Marks from The Athletic. Brennan, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, Coach. This is Brennan Marks from The Athletic. You mentioned the emotion that comes with the last game of the season. Can you just elaborate on the particular emotion that comes with this group of players, these specific guys, this specific season? What makes this one different?
Well, I think I'm so proud of them as young people. This was a hard year, guys. Come on. A lot of the stuff that you remember from your freshman year in college, none of my freshmen have any memories of anything like that. You've heard me say before, they went to class for 6 days, and that's it. So they haven't had the college experience a normal student can have. They haven't had the college experience of home football weekends and how the pageantry and everything of college football is so much fun. They haven't had the experience of running out of that tunnel with 21,750 people going crazy. We had Tyler Hansbrough and Bobby Fraser, and it may have been somebody else. I was thinking we had 3 players here today, but Tyler told me one time he'd do anything to run out of that tunnel again. So I'm so proud of our kids for going through this, and it wasn't nearly as much fun as it's been in the past. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that we had 7 freshmen in our top 10 or 11 players. and 11 players, I guess, 7 freshmen. And I think that Greg's team with 8 seniors or 6 seniors and 4 of them redshirt seniors or whatever is, you love to have an experienced team in March. I loved having my team regardless of what grade they were in. So it's just, when you coach kids, you have a special bond with them. And this year was really hard on young people, and I was really proud of them.
Next question to Andrew Jones. Andrew, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Coach, early in the second half, I think Davis hit a long three from the top of the key. You just kind of turn and shrug your shoulders. How much of what they did from the perimeter was what you guys allowed them to do, and how much was just that sometimes guys are just scorching hot and there ain't a whole lot you can do about it?
I don't think we allowed them to do anything. I think in sports, in basketball particularly, it's man on man a lot of times. And I think that Caleb and RJ and Kerwin, they wanted to do well. We weren't good enough or experienced enough or coached well enough or all of the above tonight. But it's frustrating, guys. I mean, like I said, we take bad shots and turn the ball over, and that's been an Achilles heel for us all year long. But the kids want to do well. I've never had a kid that wanted to turn the ball over. I've never had a kid that wanted to miss a shot. It's one of the lowest field goal percentages of any team I've ever coached, one of the lowest three-point percentage, one of the lowest free throw percentage. In some ways, it may have been the worst at all, but kids didn't want to miss them. I know that. But the bottom line is 13 out of 27 for them, 5 out of 13 for us, so that's 8. So they outscored us by 24 points from the three-point line. But their guys made shots. And then for somebody to out-rebound us 37-34, I think there's 2 other times, could have been 3, that somebody's out-rebounded us all year. So you look at that, and then 15 assists, 7 turnovers for them. It's just sometimes the other guy on that particular moment is just better than you are. And that's what happened tonight. At this specific moment, their team, their players, their coaches were better than we were.
Next question goes to CL Brown. CL, please unmute yourself.
Roy, what do you want the young guys to kind of take from this NCAA experience that, down the line that they will learn from in future years?
The same thing, CL, I've always said, when you lose, I hope it'll be fuel for you to say that you don't like this feeling, that you want to have a different feeling, and the way to have a different feeling is to play better. And the way you play better is to prepare better. You practice harder, you're more focused, you're more disciplined. That's what I hope they use it as, is fuel. Basketball can be the greatest game in the world, and when you lose, it's like somebody reaches in and grabs your heart and shakes it right in front of you. It just sort of taunts you a little bit. But I'm coaching basketball. That's pretty daggum good.
Next question goes to Greg Barnes. Greg, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, Roy. I'm going to ask a similar question to what CL did, but it's kind of more of a broad one. I realize you didn't get the team to come along as much as you would have wanted them to this year, but given the youth and inexperience of this team, there's some building blocks there from what you saw over the last couple of weeks of the season.
I think so. And, you guys, I hate to, when you start talking about how inexperienced your youth or 7 freshmen, that sounds like excuses, and I don't want to use that, but it is facts. They are facts, I guess is better English. But, I think that we've got the foundation that can be really something. But kids nowadays have decisions to make, whether to leave early and go to the NBA, and we'll have to wait and see how those situations pan out. But it is something that the foundation here is something that could be really, really special. I remember Tyler Hansborough's freshman year, starting 3 freshmen, start of the season, and then started just 2 down the stretch, but still played 4 or 5. And I said at the end, they're going to be really good. And they were. They won a national championship as a senior, and as a junior, went to the Final Four. But times are different now, and there was a lot of different pulls to them or pulls at them, stresses and pressures that they and their families feel. And so we'll just have to wait and see.
Next question to Kiera Luck.
Good evening, Coach. I just want to know, how have you grown this season, and what will you take away to be a better coach going forward?
I started the season when I was 70 years old, and I feel like I'm 103 right now, Kiara. So it's that's the first thing that's happened. It has been a trying year. It has been a year that 2020 and the first part of 2021 I haven't enjoyed that much. There's been a lot of stresses, a lot of things on, but I think that each year you get to be a better coach, you get more experienced yourself. And this year I focused almost every press conference on talking about turnovers or not the quality, a high quality of shot that I wanted us to get, and not running at the pace we wanted to run. And so some way, somehow, I've got to do a better job of getting the guys to make changes. And 29 games, I'm still saying a lot of the same kind of things. So I've got to figure out a way to make that happen.
All right, one final question from Adam Smith. Adam, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, Roy, Armando obviously had a explosive start to the second half and really got involved quickly. What do you think took him so long to get going? I think he had one shot in the first half. What did you see happening there?
Oh, he played about 10 minutes, but he had one shot, and I don't know if he had a rebound. He had one rebound or zero, something like that. So the first half was pretty ugly, and I challenged our big guys to be more effective in the second half, to be more aggressive, and I think we did that. And if we could have done that for the entire course of the game, it would have been a lot better for us. I don't know that we would have won because they were really, really good, but I think that he did focus much better in the second half, and Garrison as well. I mean, at half, Armando was 0 for 1 and Garrison was 1 for 7, and those are kids that have led our team basically all season long. So that's what I would say. We just perhaps focused on it a little bit better.